How are you going to be handling the nomination process in Mangaung? Motlanthe has now come out officially saying he is going to be going for president. Because you're backing him, I imagine that you're fully supporting that as the Youth League.
Yes, we have already nominated Halima. We believe that the leadership of the ANC is chosen amongst the best peers in the current epoch of a struggle. And Halima is a living model of how an ANC cadre should conduct himself. It's a living political manual of the ANC. And for us to regenerate the movement, moving into the second phase and into the next century, we need leadership of Halima's caliber. An ANC that is 100 years old needs to give birth to new ideas through a leadership like Halima and another generation. We will speak with various structures, branches of the ANC in Mangaung. We will continue to lobby them to convince them that Halima is amongst the few leaders of the ANC who can get through the eye of the needle, because others will need a garage door to get through.
What if he loses? What if he's not nominated for president? What are you going to do?
He is already nominated.
Oh, if he doesn't take the presidency, of course, correct. Yes, if he doesn't take the
presidency. He has
presidency.
already accepted the nomination for presidency. He has accepted nomination for deputy and for additional member. But the fact that he has accepted the nomination for presidency as nominated by the Youth League, it's an indication that he's ready, and he is a person who is fearless. He has refused to be intimidated by anybody not to stand. He has stood firm by his principle. So he's a fearless leader of the organization who has reflected over time that he cannot be bullied by anybody to stand.
Let me put this to you. How are you hoping that Motlanthe will be able to advance the ANC Youth League interests if Motlanthe is to become president? He will be working under the same structures, the same guidelines that President Zuma currently is. How do you hope then and imagine that he will be able to change anything that is currently being held by the ANC if he is put in as president?
Motlanthe has reflected over time that he has got respect for the constitution of the ANC, for its organizational policies, and he has also got respect for the constitution of the country. So when he becomes elected, he does not become a ball boy of the Youth League, but he becomes the president of the ANC, who will act in accordance with the policy guidelines and the constitution, which he has reflected on many occasions that he respects the constitution of the organization. He has never wanted to flaunt and even disregard its existence. And that's why he has stood firm and waited up until today to reflect his availability. And this is a true principle that has inspired us as young leaders, because this is a rare breed in the movement. A number of branches, a number of comrades have now complete disregard for the policies, for the constitution, and even complete disregard of the constitution of the country. So Halima stand opposes everything that reflects a new cadre of the organization.
Is the ANC Youth League weaker without Julius Malema going into Mangaung?
The Youth League has always continued to exist after the expulsion of Julius, and is still continuing with its activities in various sides of the country, because the organization is not an individual. It's various members who contribute from time to time. We have just raised this issue at the ANC because we felt that it was a move that was unfair, but it has not in any way affected the operations of the Youth League. It is still continuing to function as a collective, because Julius was also functioning within a collective, and all of us have been implementing Youth League resolutions.
Are you going to raise the issue of Malema's expulsion in Mangaung?
It's an issue that is for Congress. We can't reveal everything that we're going to raise in plenary, because certain things of plenary are sensitive and they belong to a closed session of the Congress of the ANC. There are others that we are willing to reveal, but there are others that we can't reveal. It's not everything that can be revealed to everybody.
Final question to you, Ronald. Julius Malema on record calling you a traitor for comments that you made earlier in the year. Why are you so willing to defend him going into Mangaung?
No, I stand for an organization. I don't stand for an individual. And I think he also knows that the Youth League is an organization that has got resolutions. And when I speak guided by resolutions of the organization. I don't speak guided by anybody outside the organization. I'm guided by the resolutions of the organization and the constitution and what the members of the Youth League expect of its leaders. So I have got no reason why I must disregard organizational resolutions.
Do you want to be president of the ANC Youth League? Currently acting president, do you want the top spot?
That is a responsibility of structures and branches of the Youth League.
Will you take it if asked?
It's not something that myself I can speak about. It's something that structures and branches of the Youth League is responsibility. Just like the Congress of the ANC is decided by branches.
Ronald, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed. Off to Mangaung as well. I'd like you to stay seated for a moment. Ronald Lamola, the acting president of the ANC Youth League, with us on Morning News today. The ANC Youth League are, of course, going to be at Mangaung, as are we, as we continue our coverage of the ANC elective conference, which gets underway this weekend.